reserve here has a very interesting story. It was back in 1987 that a biologist from the Monteverde Conservation League went across to Sweden to give a presentation to school children about the devastating impacts of deforestation that were occurring in Costa Rica at the time. Now, these children were so affected by this presentation that they then furiously fundraised, enough money in fact, to buy the first plots of land here in Monteverde. Now, this news caught international attention, and in the following years children from 44 different countries ended up fundraising, and that money went to buy more and more land. And it's from this story that the forest gets its name. The Children's Eternal Rainforest is a particularly important site for conservation, mainly due to its biodiversity. As a percentage of the world's landmass, this area constitutes just 0.0048%. However, as a percentage of the diversity of mammals, it contains 2.5%. Of birds, 5%. Amphibians, butterflies, plants. It's an incredibly species-rich part of the world. It's also a very resource-rich area, which is another reason that conservation here is just so important. The waters that flow from this region ultimately end up going through the hydroelectric plants, which provide 30% of the electricity for the whole of Costa Rica.
The Children's Eternal Rainforest in Costa Rica is very, very important because we are kind of a connecting passage for biodiversity in Costa Rica and in Central America, and therefore in the Americas, all the way from North America to South America. We've had many volunteers help out the Children's Eternal Rainforest. Some of the things that they do is, many of them do, just trail work. They help keep the trails in good shape so that people can access the park easily. Building, other jobs like painting. We're working on painting this kind of new building in Baja del Tigre too, that they're working on that. And then a lot of just computer work, I would say, like translating, that's always needed in any language. We have a German volunteer right now, her name is Rebecca, working on translating one of the information packets into German for the Children's Eternal Rainforest.
I think there are many possibilities here to do, and I was translating things and a presentation on PowerPoint, and I will see what I can do other things, because maybe in the forest there are many things you can do. You just have to say what you want to do, where are your interests, and then you will get it, because
The Children's Eternal Rainforest is set up very well for volunteers to come and contribute their skills and experience this amazing ecosystem. But it's also got some great research stations and facilities, so that students from around the world can come to study the environment, and ultimately it's through our increased understanding of the rainforest that we can go on to make more educated decisions on how best to conserve it. The Monteverde Conservation League needs all the help it can get, and by bringing your own personal skills and offering them voluntarily, you could be doing something that really helps a conservation project that is invaluable to the environment. On top of all of this, you could stand to gain new experiences and skills that are often hard come by. And what's more, working in a beautiful place like this, I'm sure would be an experience you would never forget. The rainforest environment is one of the most mysterious and yet captivating of all the places I've ever travelled in my life. One minute you can be enswathed in mist, barely see your hand in front of your face, rain pouring down your cheeks, and then the next minute the sky is just open and you get this view which absolutely takes your breath away. And looking out over here, you know that places like this need to be conserved, if not just for the utter beauty of it,